Before I even start this video, I would like to say a special thank you to our daughter, Mandy Parker, with Keller Williams in Calhoun, Georgia. She is a great real estate agent, and if you ever need a real estate agent to buy or sell in that area, Calhoun, Dalton, Chatsworth, Alabama, she's your girl. Mandy Parker, Keller Williams. I'll put her information in the description box. Thank you, Mandy. Hey, y'all, this is Val with Our Forever Farm. I'm taking you in my house. Now, believe me, as you can see, it is a messy, messy house right now. This is the porch. I'm taking you in the kitchen door. So, y'all don't think it's going to be perfect because it's not. We're in a mess. But I wanted to show you what I walk into when I walk into the kitchen. This is what I see. Yes, look at those appliances. When my girls first saw the appliances, they said, "Oh, Mom, you have to get new appliances." Not. I really like them. They are made by Elmira, I believe is how you say it, Stoveworks. They are made to look vintage, but inside, as you can see, they are very up to date. Now, these appliances are 20 years old and they still look good. I love the vintage look. Red, kind of had to grow on me, but it's perfect now. I love the cabinets. I love everything about it. Look at this stove. Now, it's made to look like an old-fashioned stove, but there's all the digital part of the stove. It's got the fan, the light, it's got everything. And it's gas stovetop, and it's got an electric oven. Now, the door on the side, that is a warmer, and you can just turn that on and it'll keep the food warm. I love that. I love it all. So one of the desires of my heart is to have two ovens. So all these doors look like they open, but this is just another electric oven. They used to have a red microwave, but it's gone. I just saw it in the pictures. I'd love to have one again. Now this is just a simple place where I wash dishes. I look out into the backyard, off the porch. It's actually very, very pretty to look at. Now again, nothing's fixed up, nothing's decorated. Oh, I forgot to show you my 10-foot quartz countertop here. It's 10 foot long, y'all. It's an island. Oh, and there's the laundry area. I turned the lights on so you could see the words, but it's right in the kitchen. For us, it's just convenient. It's just very convenient, but that's what it looks like with the lights off. And it's just got my washer and dryer in there. It's just perfect. So for us. Y'all forgive the broom and the dustpan, but we have just moved in, literally. It's been less than 2 weeks, and we're just doing little by little. Now I'm going to show you, I have a little pantry closet here. Let me get that light on for you. And nothing is organized. I will rearrange this 100 times, but it's neat. I really like it. So I know some of you are sitting there thinking, this pantry will never do her. Well, you are correct. There is more storage in this kitchen than I've had in a long time. You don't see all the hidden places, but we are having some shelving built where I can display on each side of that window right there. Don't look at my mess on the kitchen table. I even got the ring light up to have more lighting in my kitchen. But that's kind of a quick view of the kitchen. Love the island. Love it. It's got the deep drawers. A lot of storage. I love it. It's got a quartz countertop. I've never had quartz, so I'm having to get used to that. But I am in love with my kitchen, and I hope you will like it too. Sorry about that ring light, but I'm trying to get more lighting in my kitchen while I'm filming. So here's just a little hidden spot that holds a lot of stuff. It's a little pantry, and I would have never known it was in here. It just holds a lot of canned goods. It's perfect for store-bought stuff. But what I need is stuff to hold my home canned stuff, and we're working on that. So y'all wanted to see some of my mess? Here it is. Now this is where the 2 pantry areas will go on each side of the window. And then that bay window, we're also doing something there with making a coffee bar too. And I'll show you all that progress. Now, if you think you saw deer antlers on the table, you did. And I'll show you what we're going to do with that. But I want to show you quickly. Again, none of this is organized, but I'm just kind of showing you how much space is actually in these cabinets. This is a drawer. Let me see if I can get you over here to see this. And this is kind of some baking stuff, just my flavorings and cocoa and things like that. So just another quick view of the quartz island. I've never had quartz, like I said before, so I'm having to get used to that. I'm used to granite. I do have granite on the countertops, but I've never had quartz. And I don't believe you can put anything hot on that, so I'll have to get used to that. But it'll be a great workspace, and it's a great island for storage. I just love all the deep drawers. I love it. So as I told you before, we're having a lot of work done to add me some shelving space for pantries. Y'all know I like to display my canned goods. This bay window area is a beautiful area, and I put my plants in there first, but the girl said, no, you got to make a coffee bar. So we're having a coffee bar, a guy do us a coffee bar custom made that's going to have a lot of storage in that too. Look at that mess, but that's all stuff that'll go on the shelves. So there's just a quick overview of my kitchen. When I make it mine, it's going to be beautiful. Well, it's beautiful now, but it's going to be really mine, and it's going to be beautiful. I'm gonna love it, y'all. I really am. So you can see up above the cabinets right here, they're going to put something called cove lights. It's where it goes up and out, which should give me more lighting here. But I think that'll be good. There's hardware pipes up there. That's like industrial look. It's all over the house. I love it. It's beautiful. I am cooking. I've set it up to cook, even though I've got a mess over there. I'm putting things together. I'm still not unpacked. I've probably got about 20 more boxes, maybe 20 more boxes to put somewhere. We have lots of storage, and I love that. So I'm going to get busy. Sweet Hunter's in the shower. We slept in a little bit today because we're a little bit sleepy because we're so tired. And we just laid there and watched TV. It was nice to do on this cloudy morning. But I'm going to get busy and cook him some breakfast. So I'm cooking tenderloin this morning. I went in there. He's getting ready for the day. Like I said, we slept in. And I'm cooking tenderloin today. So this is deer tenderloin that we've had in the freezer, and I thawed it out yesterday. So I'm going to put it in a bowl, and I'm going to soak it in buttermilk. This is not, y'all saw me do this 100 times. This is not a teaching video. I'm just showing you me in my kitchen. So I really am enjoying it. I've got a lot more to do. I haven't aligned many of the cabinets, but I wanted to get it set up to use, because when you move in a new house, or in a house period, in an apartment, whatever, your kitchen and your beds are the 2 most important things that you need to set up and have ready. My best friend, when we used to move, she used to set up our beds every time and had the kids a bed to sleep in. So these were cut in big, when they butchered it, the deer, they cut it in big long strips, and I like it in like bite-sized pieces, so I've cut each one into bite-sized pieces. This will be our main meal today. We'll eat it all day long. I'm going to rinse these off, and then I'm going to pour buttermilk on top and let them sit just a few minutes and marinate in the buttermilk. It'll be good. So as I've told you before, you can do this with beef tenderloin, I guess pork tenderloin. Is there pork tenderloin? Yeah, there's pork tenderloin. You can do it with that. Just marinate it in buttermilk is all I do. So right when we were talking about selling our lake house, my friend Joyce sent me this for Christmas, and I never even opened it because I hadn't been cooking that much. So I'm going to open this today. It's for plastic wrap, and she saw the struggle I had with plastic wrap. I still do. And this just zips and closes it, and she bought that for me for Christmas. So thank you, Joyce. I want to say thank you. I love it. Got to figure out how to use it. Reusable refiller is what it says. Reusable refiller. I love it. I also want to thank everybody for the cards and the letters. We do have a new P.O. box on our site. You can get that in the description box since it's changed. And I have my mail forward, and it'll probably end soon. I would think 3 to 4 months, I guess. I don't know. But I do have a P.O. box here. It's P.O. Box 6708, I believe. I have to recheck that. Check it in the description box because I'm not sure. But I also want to thank Mary for all her letters. I love your letters. I had you a Valentine's card I was going to send, and it got lost in packing. So you'll get a Valentine's card very late. So again, I'm not teaching you how to fry tenderloin because I've got videos on that. But I do marinate my tenderloin for at least 30 minutes. Sometimes I've done it overnight, and then I just fix a cookie sheet with flour on it where I can easily roll each piece of tenderloin in it. Now I'm just preheating my oven to 400. Sometimes I do it 450, but I'm not used to this oven for biscuits. And I have my biscuits frozen. You'll see those in a minute. And I'm just going to cook us about 4. I tell you, if you don't freeze your biscuits, your homemade biscuits, you're missing out. I mean, there's no difference than buying a bag of them. These were the white lily recipe that I made a while back. So it really comes in handy. So here I just added oil to my pan. And as you can see, my biscuits are kind of stuck together. I flash freeze them, but these biscuits have traveled. They have came from the lake to Rome where we stored our stuff. And they were in the freezer there, to my daughters, and now they're home. My biscuits are home. So like I said before, this is not a teaching video. I've showed you many times how to fry tenderloin and cube steak, and I have videos on that in the description box if you'd like to go back and look, or you can just look up Our Forever Farm, and you can find lots of videos there. I think we've got right at 400. And y'all, we've reached over 90,000 subscribers. Thank y'all so much. So I'm going to continue getting this flour onto the meat and getting ready to fry it. Remember, my iron skillet's heating on the stove. Well, the biscuits are in, and the meat is going in the fry pan. So you want to make sure your oil is good and hot, and we're just going to fry these babies up. So now we're just taking them out of the pan and draining them. I always put paper towels down and drain them good. These are so delicious. And we do it again until we get them all cooked. Salted butter, y'all. It's the key. Salted butter. Last pan. And now we're going to quickly make some gravy. And I've got videos on that too. You can look up Our Forever Farm or look in the description box. Well, if Sweet Hunter's outside working, I'd go ring our dinner bell. Yep, we got a dinner bell on our porch. But he's not. He'll be here in a minute.
Look what I wake up to this morning. Beautiful looking breakfast here, so I'm ready to dig in.
Served on our fine china, and hear the pop of a Coke. So Sweet Hunter's ate. He's gone outside to work. Put the leftover gravy in a container. I don't know if you know, but you can freeze this. It's fine. Hey, that's another breakfast. So I'm leaving him some Tenderloin and the biscuits on the counter just to eat on all day. And then I'm going to freeze the rest of the Tenderloin to put in the freezer with the gravy. So I'll package those right together. So one morning I won't even have to cook. I can just get out the pack of Tenderloin and I can get out the gravy, thaw it out, even put it in the refrigerator the night before. And there's breakfast. If you want to add eggs or biscuits or whatever you want, it's fine. And also, he snacks on this Tenderloin all day. So that's why I'm putting a lot of Tenderloin in here, because he will eat it in one day. So he likes to do that. I like to have something all the time cooked, sitting out. Now, since we've moved and had all this transition, you saw just a little bit of us moving, but the transition was to a place in Rome that stored our items. And then we went and stayed with our daughter, Miranda and Lane, and little Huddy. We also shared a house with our other daughters, Shannon and Brian, and took turns. So that worked out really well. And we want to thank them for their hospitality, letting me cook, because I can't go that long without cooking. But in the meantime, when I couldn't cook, we ate out a lot. And we just don't eat out a lot. We like to eat out and it be special. And it got to where it wasn't special. It got to where we couldn't even think of anything to eat. But if you don't have your own kitchen, then you don't really want to, cook too much, because you don't have your stuff. I'm not used to not having my iron skillets and stuff like that. Both my girls have electric stoves. Well, you can't cook on an electric stove. Some people do with an iron skillet, but I don't, because it wasn't mine. I was scared to. But they were so sweet to let us stay in their homes during this transition. Then we started looking for land. This is long story short. So we started looking for land. This went on weeks and weeks, I guess months. And I thought we had found it. I really did. But we were going to have to build, and it had a really small house on it. People were sweet as they could be. And I really wanted that land because it had a lot of land for Sweet Hunter to deer hunt on. and I really wanted it. But that didn't work out, and that's just fine, because the Lord had this sitting here waiting on us. And you'll see bits and pieces of this all throughout my channel. It's going to be fun showing you all this. Again, we have a lot of work to do. We have so much to do, and we're in a total mess. We don't even have living room furniture. I bought some furniture from the lady that we bought the house from, and we're using it. Thank goodness we've got that. But I'll show y'all the processes as we go along. This is going to be so fun. There's even windows that she wanted her curtains, and she took her curtains. And then some curtains she's left, which I really appreciate. But we're changing light fixtures. We're moving a wall. We're doing a lot of different things. But I wanted to set the kitchen up where I could get to cooking, and so that's what we're doing today. Now, I'm going to get my dishes washed. One thing, when we stayed with our daughter and son-in-law, Miranda and Lane, I noticed they use their dishwasher a lot, and it saved a lot of hand washing. And I thought, Val, you need to do that, because I'm just one that always just washes them up and dries them and puts them up. And so I've been trying to use this dishwasher here a lot, and we have ate here a lot since we moved here. As soon as I get the kitchen clean, I mean, it was sandwiches first thing, which we don't eat sandwiches a lot. But, you know, eating at home, it's expensive out there. So I'm still working in my kitchen, but I forgot. I wanted to share with you a verse that I'm studying. During all this transition of moving, the Lord just talked to me about forgiveness. And I know if you're like me, there's things that you haven't forgiven either. And these verses right here really struck home with me. And I feel like we really, really need to forgive. And this kind of, let me see if I can find it. It's Matthew 6:14 and 15. I'm reading in the King James Version, which is what we use. And it says, "For if you forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses." So if somebody hurts our feelings, or somebody makes a snide remark, and we hold that against them, because the next time we see them, we're going to remember that, and we just kind of hold, and we might even say, "I forgive, but I don't forget." I've done that before. Why the Lord is teaching me on forgiveness, but it's what matters, I guess, is He's teaching me on forgiveness. That's one thing I've tried to do during this move, because I didn't know where we were going, what we were going to do. I had no idea what the Lord had planned for us. I had no idea there was a home that's been sitting here waiting just for us, with land, with anything that our hearts desired. But during this transition, and of course that's my verse too, you know, He'll give you the desires of your heart. We'll talk about that one day too. But He's really been dealing with me for forgiveness, because sometimes somebody can snap at you, and then what you want to do is snap back. I've never been one to do that until lately, but if Sweet Hunter's ill or snappy, now I just snap right back, and I've never done that, and I don't want to do that. Even though I'm what's right, He's wrong. But these two verses basically says that if we don't forgive others, that we won't be forgiven. And we're all human, and we all make mistakes. I just had to add this in because that's what I'm studying, and I want to make sure and put God first in everything we do. He has abundantly blessed us. I mean abundantly. And I thank Him for it. And I never want to fail to include His holy word. I may miss doing a Bible verse sometime, but you will probably always hear something about the Lord. I wish I could tell you everything He's done for us. But like you, or like me, you are also blessed. And we need to start looking at those things. And the first thing that we need to do is forgive. When stress comes your way, like we've been so stressed, you know, up until we got this house. And now it's the stress of setting up the house. It's the stress of knowing where things go. It's the stress of cooking in a kitchen you don't know, but I'm learning it. And learning to be at home, which that's been quite easy here, thank the Lord. But in all this, there can be stress. And when I read these verses right here, for if you forgive men that their trespasses, your heavenly Father will forgive you. He will also forgive you. But if you forgive not men that trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. Oh my goodness. That means I need to forgive whether they do or not. You know what I'm saying? So I've got a new little thing. I may not say it out loud, but when somebody says something snappy to me or wrong, I think it's wrong, and not just Sweet Hunter, it could be something that happened at church or your family or anything. In my heart, I'm just going to say, Lord, I forgive them. I forgive them. And I'm going to try to keep, I talked to somebody the other day, and she said, I'm changing me. I'm changing me. I'm going to try to be more positive. Well, I'm changing me, and I'm going to try to forgive more, and I'm going to try to study more, and I'm going to include the Lord more, because like I said, He has abundantly blessed me. He has just blessed us so much. We talk about it all the time. And sure, we got a long way to go, a lot of things we want to do, but we are home. What a blessing. The least I can do is forgive. I hope this helped you. Matthew 6, 14 and 15. Now I got to get busy.
Check this out. Deer tenderloin, biscuits and gravy, and a good old Coke. What more can a man ask for? Y'all go cook something.
Well, y'all, that's our little chit chat for today. I'm going to get my kitchen clean, and I'll see y'all on the next video. I'm looking really forward to it. We've got gardens to do. We've got so much to do, but I'm going to bring y'all along on every little process. I showed you a little mess I've got over here. I'm waiting on some shelves to be built for us. So much going on. And in the meantime, we're fishing a little bit too. Y'all go cook something.